If you remember, about a month or so ago, I did a video called 3 Main Hazards with Antique Tractors, something along those lines. Can't even remember my own title. But I was watching a video yesterday and I saw a guy do a big no-no. Okay, and I didn't think a lot of it. I thought, I wouldn't do that. Well, this morning I get a call to where the guy did the same thing, and it didn't work out very good for him. Stay tuned. We'll talk about it. So this morning I was in here tinkering around. I wanted to get this air cleaner oil replaced since I changed the engine oil. You saw that video, and boy, was there some sludge in there. And I just don't get it. I mean, you know, if you're going to have a tractor, I don't know the extenuating circumstances entirely, but if you're going to have a tractor, why not do the basic maintenance? Now, for some of you that don't know about these old tractors or antique tractors in general, they use an air cleaner with oil in it. I think the oil's probably about right up to yay-ish. I use the same oil in my air cleaner, as I do in the engine oil. I just buy a little extra and then I have it. This time I did not, because it's low ash 30 weight, hard to come by and expensive. So I put some good old 1540 diesel oil in there, and I'm sure that'll do a good job. But I was just astonished. I mean, if you guys saw the engine oil video, I was just amazed at the sludge in the bottom of that bowl. So, you know, this tractor's going to get some TLC. I have to change the rear end out still. Calls for 24 quarts or 6 gallons. These are a little bit tricky in the senses, you know, the warmer the weather, the thicker the oil I put in the rear end. And seeing how this tractor's apparently been neglected, I'll probably, since we're going into summer, I'm probably going to put a little diesel fuel in there, drive it around, slosh it around, and then flush it out and probably put 140 in it. The end of fall, early fall, mid-fall, I'll do it again, and then I'll throw 90 weight in there, 80, 90 weight. Man, we get really cold here in the winter, and I'm pretty sure with 140, this thing probably wouldn't even move. But it'll be interesting tapping into that. I'll make a video and see what comes out of it. I still have to do the hydraulic oil here. You know, somebody asked me, well, how much do you put in? You fill it till it works, basically. This does have the dipstick on it. Kind of nice. A lot of times they fell down and landed where the pump is. But let me talk to you about something. Like I said, I was out here tinkering around, and I got a phone call from a guy that I hadn't heard of in a while. And a mutual friend of ours was out doing the same thing, tinkering with his tractor. We're in spring now. 'Tis definitely the season, early spring here. We're not in fields yet. We're as wet as water. But he told me what he was doing was standing right here, okay? And I can come around here pretty easy. And there's a start switch down there, okay? You pull that out and you hit this button here, okay? And that starts it. Now, you always do the handshake, right, when you start a tractor. Okay, so it's not in gear. And you assume that, you know, you've done it 100, 1,000, 10,000 times, depending on how old you are. But there's a drive tire there, okay? And you come up here, you reach over and you maybe pull the choke a little bit. It's cold out, and you hit this button, you fire it up, and next thing you know, the tractor's running you over. And that's exactly what it did to him. It ran him over. And that tractor in particular was a Farmall C. And apparently he's still alive. He's in intensive care. And lesson learned. But I want to get this tractor out and put it in gear. I want to show you that these tractors do start in gear. And if you ever plan on owning one, and you've never owned one as of yet, let this be a lesson learned. And no, I didn't get my new cap yet. Somebody said they got theirs in 4 days, though. All right, so here I am out in the field. You know, I was working here in the field pulling logs and whatnot, and had to stop and take a leak. So I shut the tractor off, and I noticed the carburetor needed adjusted. So I went in the toolbox, got me a flathead screwdriver, but I need it running as I adjust it. So here I am, I'm standing in front of the drive tire, and I go over here. I don't even worry about that because I'm in a hurry, so I don't have time to worry about that. I'm going to pull that and push that, and there we go. And let's see what happens. Tractor's in first gear, clutch isn't pushed in. Yeah. See if we can run it. Nothing on it. There's my feet right there. All right, brake. Clutch is clear. We're in gear. There you go. Guy was standing there, just got ran over. Very, very dangerous. In gear, hands free. So if I'm standing right here in front of this tire and reach over and conveniently push this button, so the moral to that story is, if your butt ain't in the seat, don't start an antique tractor. Now, apparently there are some antique tractors, and I don't remember which models. Could be the Ford 600s, 800s, I don't know. That will not start in gear. But don't get in the habit of standing in front of a tractor to start it at all. I guess that's the moral to the story, you know. Complacency is seriously dangerous. It really is. And you know, looking back at the 3 hazard videos, yeah, I could have made that thing a 3-hour documentary. But the reality is that the biggest hazard to using any equipment is you.